But how can spirituality help improve the quality of life in a home? How can spirituality help improve the quality of life in a home? There are big problems in homes. Um, and sometimes it seems like spirituality is causing problems to some of you. But there are problems in every house. Should I list the problems? You want me to list? There are financial problems, there are emotional problems, there are relationship problems, there are ego problems. Oh, there are problems about who will eat what food, who will stay in which room, who will get what money after the person dies, who will work. There are unlimited problems in a home. I have been part of it. I can tell you the I have seen a house is nothing less than a Mahabharat. What is Mahabharat also? Mahabharat also is in the house only, na? The Mahabharat also happened in the house. Then they took the Mahabharat to the field, to the battleground. But the question today is a little different. How can spirituality help improve the quality of life in a house? Krishna. Krishna.
Sir,
Yes.
how does spirituality help when you are an advanced seeker? I think ABCD helps, and when your intellect is activated, you are in such an ananda. All that helps. But for a average seeker like me, who is in the household and also in the world, I think having a spiritual master helps me a lot, because following a spiritual master, discussing and following a spiritual master helps a lot. Otherwise, I am incapable of dealing. And for example, the two or three things which I follow very correctly is, one is RDX to RDR. And then you said you can control only your reaction, you cannot control others' action. So once a priority spirituality, that helps a lot. And one of the very early lessons I received from spirituality is, I was told by somebody, in the satsang bak bak karna, Guru ke saath bak bak karna, but in the world be most of the time in silence. That itself solves a lot of problems.
So good. So you're given your how it helps you personally, and this is good. Let everybody can tell that. And also before the end of the session, we should take home how spirituality can transform the life of a home. Suppose there's a home, so Krishna has given her personal example of how the Guru helps her, how she's able to live with RDR, not RDX, how she can ask questions and solve. Oh, it helped me big time. I had big problems. I had huge problems, and my Guru, but that is not spirituality still. But the Guru is a mentor. A Guru can help your life is another question, another big question, and a big answer. Because
Sir, as you said, it is a mind who is the culprit, not others. Yesterday also I understood it's a mind which creates a problem, no doubt. But ABCD helps, but I'm not such an advanced person to always be in ABCD. So then I submit to a guru. I surrender to a guru.
okay, good. I'm saying I'm happy if you have got it started. But today, I see every session, no, I like every session to give you some take-home value. That's how I prepare every session. So today's session is, uh, and we must conclude. Please, administrator, at 8:35 we stop and we put the conclusion together today. I need 5 minutes to conclude the session today. Thank you, Sukeshni and Raji. Sukeshni and Raji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Uh, for me, yes, spirituality helps in life to lead a peaceful life, because when you are dealing not only home and office also, there are number of people you need to handle. And when I am calm with myself, and I know this is Maya, and when I am dealing with each and everybody, different emotions, different situations, so still I am calm and I am able to manage my work and home also. That is one thing. And of course, the best part for us is we are able to talk to a guru on day-to-day basis. So that is the enhancement of, even if I'm slipping somewhere, immediately I'm getting into awareness, and the same days, through somebody's question, somewhere I get the answer. So that's a really means I'm
Okay.
really very thankful to you.
Okay, very good. Very good to hear two things. I'm happy to hear you saying that it's not only the home but also the office.
Yes,
And I also liked what Sukeshni said. You know what Sukeshni said? Very important. Sukeshni said that in the there are so many problems, there are so many emotions, there are so many people in office and home, and how I can deal with it peacefully. So this really shows that both Krishna and Sukeshni, that spirituality is helping you all. And spirituality, if it is taken as a way of life, as a philosophy of life, as a lifestyle, more than religion, it can really transform life. So good. I'm happy we are moving forward. But there
one
is more.
more thing, one more thing I
Yes.
just wanted to add. That's what, like, even though my husband not fully, but I always get his support. Like, he himself will say, it's already 8 o'clock. You complete your this. You go and attend. Like, though that's boosting for me. Like,
So that shows that even he is spiritually aligned,
yes,
and that is very important because in spirituality, our biggest challenge is the people around us who are not spiritual.
correct.
Now the problem is spirituality is not the best way to live. Spirituality is not the best way to live. It is the only way to live
Yeah,
because there is no other way to live. Because the moment you try to live a life which is non-spiritual, you are sure to suffer.
correct.
You are sure to suffer. There is no option. There is going to be gali and there's going to be misunderstanding and expectation and disappointment and mind and ego and physical pain and disease. But that is what spirituality is, the one-stop solution. Is a one-stop solution. It's like if you go to your neighborhood shop, they may have tomato, potato, and they may have rice. But if you go to a hypermarket, they have everything. They have everything. So this is the hypermarket of life. Spirituality is like a hypermarket. You get everything. So yes, thank you, Raji and Dr. Krishan. Raji, Dr. Krishan.
Shivaham Guruji. For
Shubham.
me, for me, actually, I used to have lot of thoughts before coming to this call. I was spiritual, and in my house, I did not have much problem because all are spiritual only, and they never tell that you don't do this. They, in fact, they encourage you for everything. If you are spiritual, means for that, no objections in my family, my house. So no, I did not face any such problems. But what I learned being very spiritual is, first I have reduced my thoughts. A bundle of thoughts used to, I don't know how it used to come. Even if I said some thoughts will come tomorrow, what I should do, this, but now almost till the mind, almost I have come to that state. Secondly, now I let go of whatever. I stopped speaking to people very less. Anavashyak baat. No, if people they call, if I attend, it is okay. If I don't see the missed call and again I don't call them because उनके लिए कुछ काम था. They called. If they want, let them call, and I speak only what is required. Just answer to the question and I keep quiet. So spirituality has helped me a lot after coming to this call. Anyway, yes, that was only I have to thank you for this. Keeping in silence, no anger also has reduced because everything will happen, it will go away. Desires, anyway, I did not have much desires also, previously also not. But mainly these
Spiritual.
thoughts and keeping silence.
Raji, you have learned spirituality is not a complicated thing, no, Raji. It's not so complicated. But I have a question for you. Before
Yes.
this call, you were spiritual and your house was spiritual or you all were religious?
Maybe religious, you can say,
Ah,
religious.
because
Religious.
you all were following bhakti and
Yes.
kirtana, bhajanam and
Bhakti,
temple.
bhajan, yes, yes,
So
yes. Lot of
spirituality is
bhajans.
a new thing. Spirituality is a new thing in your life because you have
Correct.
evolved now from religion to spirituality. This is my understanding.
Correct. Yes,
So
religious. We were topmost religious. All bhajans, all kirtans, all
but the problem,
festivals.
but the problem is religion doesn't take away anger. Religion doesn't give peace of mind.
Correct.
Religion
Correct.
is good.
Not
It makes you feel close to God, but it does not give you freedom from misery.
Correct. Mind was there. I did not know that being that only I used to tell. Till so many years, I did not know that there is no mind.
Very good. Very good. So good. This is another good example how spirituality has taken Rajiv from religion, very deeply religious, what I would use a devout family. Devout family means getting up in the morning and playing the shlokas and shrotams and going to temple and agarbatti and all those things. But now that has to evolve. That is bhakti for God. Bhakti for God goes into prema for God, yearning for God, mumukshutva, and spirituality teaches us to discover the Lord within. When we discover in spirituality God is everywhere, then in the house or in the office, you can't get angry, na? Because you see, whatever you may realize or not, immediately AiR voice will come and tell, hey, God is there in everybody. Then immediately that stops you from being bad or stops you from reacting. RDX. If okay, even in one moment you have RDX, but next moment you come back and you try to. Good, Raji. Thank you. Dr. Krishan.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Dr. Krishan, and then after Krishan, we have Rajendra.
शिवम गुरुजी,
Shivam.
जैसे एक धागे को अगर सुई के अंदर से निकलना है, वैसे ही हमें अगर मोक्ष की तरफ बढ़ना है लाइफ में, तो हमारे लाइफ में बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम रहती है। जैसे धागे में गांठ रहती है, अगर गांठ वाला धागा सुई के अंदर नहीं जा सकता, सेम तरह से हमारे लाइफ में माया ने बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट किए हुए होते हैं। और स्पिरिचुअलिटी वो शेरनी का दूध है जो हमें अवेयरनेस देता है, कॉन्शियसनेस में लेके आता है, जिससे कि हम वो सारी प्रॉब्लम्स को सोल्व कर पा रहे हैं। स्पिरिचुअलिटी है, हमारे अंदर अवेयरनेस आती है, कॉन्शियसनेस आती है, और हम अपनी लाइफ को एज ए योगी जी पाते हैं, जिससे कि हम लोभ मोह क्रोध से भी बच पाते हैं और मोक्ष की प्राप्ति कर सकते हैं।
So therefore, very good. आपने बोला, I like your analogy कि एक धागा है, एक needle है, तो सुई है और वो गांठा है. But is this what you're telling theoretically, or is it something practically that helped you in your life?
In practically, if I put my example, एक साल पहले कोई भी आता था, मैं बात दिल पे लेके बैठता था और ईगो से कुछ भर जाता था, या मेरे अंदर जो एलसी आती थी। बट अभी मैं ये सोचता हूँ, कॉन्शियसनेस में रहता हूँ, तो मैं इसकी वजह से अपना पीस ऑफ माइंड क्यों खराब करूँ?
Very beautiful. So spirituality, my friends, it teaches us to be in consciousness, right? So today's subject, how can spirituality help improve the quality of life in a home, in the house, if you are living with consciousness, especially if you are living with Satchit Anand, then you are in that state of eternal bliss. कोई कुछ भी करे, कोई कुछ गाली दे, कोई अपना, suppose you are eating your food, sometimes it happens like this. It happens to me. अगर मेरे सामने खाना रखा है, मेरे लिए एक पिज्जा या बर्गर मेरे प्लेट पे आया है, I just go to wash my hands and come back from the toilet. Somebody has taken my khana and somebody is eating it. No, I was hungry. I want to eat. I'm hungry. I asked for the food. They came, they cooked and gave on my plate. But somebody came and took it and ate. Spirituality will give you consciousness. ठीक है, अभी already उसके मुंह में है. अभी जाके आप मुंह से छीन के लाएंगे क्या? उसके मुंह से निकाल के खाएंगे क्या? So spirituality, otherwise not normal. If you're not spiritual, you'd start giving gali. Hey, besharam, badtameez, besharam, you don't understand. You have taken my khana. How dare you? It's natural for us to lose our peace. But in spirituality gives us that consciousness. अरे मर तो नहीं जाऊंगा ना यार. ठीक है ना? Hello, next गरम गरम बना के दो मुझे. Your attitude changes. You want peace. You want bliss. So good, Krishan. I'm happy it is. See, so many of you are giving examples of how spirituality is helping you. But we have to put all this together. Spirituality in a home. I think there's a quote I've written. I don't remember what it says. If you are not spiritual, your life can be hell. But spirituality can turn this hell into a heaven's spell, into a heavenly spell. So, spirituality can make from hell, it can make a heaven. Thank you, Krishan. Rajendra. राजेंद्र है? Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Namaste, sir. Namaste. Sir,
नमस्कार, बोलो.
namaste. Sir, if you are a spiritual person in true sense, that means, and you are able to live in a sthit pragya or in Sachit Atma, that means no worldly problem, home or outside, should be able to steal your peace. In that way, you can solve any confronted problem in a more better way. As you are always in consciousness, that means you are working as good as SIP. जब आप कॉन्शियस में हो तो भगवान की तरह ही काम करोगे तो nothing will disturb you, nothing. So there will be, you will solve every problem. That is the spirituality.
Okay, very good. I think, but you see, what I'm trying to ask you all, I'm trying to get from your personal practical examples कि आपकी जिंदगी में से हो रहा है क्या? Is it helping?
Yes, sir. I am telling you, sir. जब से मैं जनवरी से इस काल पे आया हूँ, फर्स्ट ऑफ कि मेरी रिएक्शन जो थी, I should मैं सच बोलता हूँ कि I was very arrogant person. अब वो एरोगेंस पता नहीं कहाँ गई है, वो ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं. कभी शौक से करता हूँ एरोगेंस, just tease my spouse and all that, या any किसी से भी. वो एरोगेंस खत्म हो गई है. Number 2, it was always there in my personality, in my behavior, in my talking, everything. और number 2, I don't disturb my children now. I don't tell them do this and that thing. जो करता है भगवान के हवाले करता है.
क्या वो खुश है? आपके
they are
children
very,
आपके spirituality से
they
खुश
are
है?
very happy. वो दुआएं देते हैं दोनों आपको कि इसको पापा को संभाला है किसी ने. एट दिस चलो देर आया दुरुस्त आया, somebody has उसकी लगाम पकड़ी है किसी ने, किसी गुरु ने. तो
अगर आपने खुद आपकी लगाम पकड़ी है, किसी और ने नहीं की है.
See one more thing, sir, one more thing I'm telling you. ये बहुत बड़ी बात जो मैं कह रहा हूँ. जिसने कभी अपनी चादर नहीं उठाई है बचपन से आज तक, उसने मिसिस को बोला है you go to श्रीनगर, अब उसके साथ सर्वेंट के साथ जाओ. मैं खुद आज अपनी कुकिंग कर रहा हूँ और उस कुकिंग में करते करते मुझे इतना मजा आ रहा है, वहां मुझे ज्यादा कॉन्शियसनेस मिलती है. When I go for the cooking, I think cooking is more better than meditation.
So let me tell you, we are all lucky on this call. We are having this call every day. We are lucky. And those people who do not have this call, it's like you. Sometimes I have a cup of coffee, na? My coffee. ये coffee से क्या होती है? It releases energy. The tea, sometimes, what does it do? It releases some energy. It may not be very healthy, but spirituality is a dose. It's more than a dose of serotonin or dopamine. ये हार्मोन्स है. कभी कभी कोई दवाई देते हैं, कोई डिप्रेशन में हो या, it is more than having serotonin and dopamine. So this is the challenge. So it is for us to realize that what this is all about. Okay, good. Next, I want the charging pouch, please. Yes, my battery is just going. No, the other one. Yes, who's going next, please?
The quality of life in family relationships can be improved by not clinging to family members.
Okay.
By constantly remembering this bhajan. Maya chupke se aake, Maya chupke se aake, सच को छुपा के मिथ्य को दिखा के बोले, ये संसार सच्चा है ना सच्चा है तो माया.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So yes, so spirituality makes you realize what Girish said. Spirituality makes you realize that is ये लीला है माया, कुछ भी सच तो ना, नाटक ये प्रभु का है एक ख्वाब जैसा, जहां में होता जो वो माया है. See, what happens is a person who's spiritual, they understand. Somebody was coming to me and telling me, you're in Finland. Where are you going in Finland? What fun you're having? What is the entertainment? I said, we don't need entertainment. We are beyond entertainment or edutainment. We are into enlightenment. Enlightenment में इतना आनंद है, इतना सच्चित आनंद है, because you are in a state of eternal bliss. You are in complete consciousness. People have not tasted. People have not tasted. So it's very, very important. Like I always give you all the example of my favorite place in Shimla. Huh? What is the name of Shimla? Chole Bhature? You know, I go to Shimla to eat Sitaram Kesri. Sitaram Kesri ke chole kulche. Sitaram Kesri ke chole kulche means from I will go running to eat. Of course, nowadays I don't do it, but it was I used to be crazy about it. But that is pleasure. But spirituality gives you ananda. Of course, if you go to Shimla, don't miss that. Sitaram Kesri, Chole Kulche, don't miss it. Okay, good, Girish. So Girish says you realize all this Chole, Kulche, everything, this is all Maya. Huh?
So
Agreed.
clinging has to go. Clinging.
Yeah. So last time I went to Shimla, I think I did not even eat. But previous time I went, I asked the driver, Jaldi chalao, jaldi chalao, jaldi chalao. He's going from Chandigarh, Jaldi chalao, chole khatam ho jata hai. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you can't get chole kulche. The fellow will say, oh, hold on. And I called that man, Sitaram Kulche. See, हम गाड़ी से आ रहे हैं चंडीगढ़ से, थोड़ा हमारे लिए 4 प्लेट पैक करके रखना है. हम खास आपके लिए आ रहे हैं शिमला को खाने के. It was such a funny thing. Okay, good. Sophia.
I bow down to heirs and all say, thank you
Namaskar.
very much.
Boliye.
Namaskar. So in the house, as I'm enlightened, I feel God in everybody. I see God in everybody, and they are good people, like everybody. So if we see good in all, they also very good with us.
So that's very good. So spirituality makes you feel, huh? What is it? Prabhu to hai har jagah, har shay mein wo hai. Yes.
I see God in everybody. I don't see negative of anyone now. I think I see only positive things like in everyone.
Yeah, because the negativity is restricted to the layer, the shell, the shell of the body, mind, and ego. The negativity is not belonging to the soul. And the moment you see the Atma, then when you see the Atma, you see the Paramatma.
Yeah. So if we are good to them and we see God in all, they also behave same way with us, right?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
don't
I don't
worry
worry.
about.
Don't worry. I don't worry.
Sometimes
it is their karma, right?
One minute. Sometimes you are very good to somebody, okay?
Yeah, but
and they are opposite to you. Then what
yes,
happens?
yes, it happens. But I don't take it to heart. Still, I love them. Yeah.
Spirituality means accepting. If somebody is being bad to you, what is the meaning? If somebody is bad to you means?
It's their karma.
No, it's your karma. They are bad to you. It is your past karma.
Yeah, means rubbing out our karma. Yeah, so it's going out. And I'm so happy. So I stay happy.
So you should be happy.
Yes, I'm happy. True.
Thank you, Sophia. Rekha Dipti Bliko. And Mandip is back after a long time. Rekha Dipti Bliko Mandip. Rekha. Okay. Yes, Rekha, speak. Shubha. Tell me. Yes.
It's like there is my own dear ones. They had lots of torture, and in spirituality I have realized that this is karma and drama. I had started accepting, and they stayed away from me. But a few days back, again my son came to me, and this drama started again, but I didn't react, as you said, no RDX. So this spirituality has taught me this. No RDX. I don't react.
When anybody who's near and dear, when they come to us and they don't behave spiritually or they don't behave peacefully, it is not for us to react to it. It is a test to our, it is a test to our evolution. And we have to continue
Yes.
evolving on a moment to moment basis. Good. Please continue. Deepti.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deepti, Bliko, Mandip, Ashok Nichani.
नमस्कार सर, कैसे हैं आप?
Namaskar, Deepti. Very good.
और
बोलिए.
नमस्कार सभी को वैसे मेरी तरफ से. और spirituality for me, what I actually believe कि spirituality, like a person, if a person is spiritual, so this is the only way to connect to the Supreme Lord, because religion can't be like, being a religious person, you can't reach to the Supreme God, because somehow this is kind of आडंबर. हम कहते हैं कि हम लोग घंटी बजा रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम कहीं ना कहीं से हम दूसरों के लिए भी कर रहे होते हैं, like just to show off and just to believe कि yes, we are very spiritual, we are very spiritual, but at the end of the day we are actually not spiritual, because spirituality means acceptance. When you really feel like whole universe is inside you, you are connected to everyone, but at the end of the day you are somehow detached to everyone, but you can see the pain of others, you can understand, you have that kindness, you have that compassion, you have, like, you can say, like, if a tree is also, somebody is cutting down the tree. This actually happened with me, sir, personally speaking to you. When I came into spiritual path, now if somebody is cutting the tree, or doing some sort of cruelty on animals or anything, like, I am always like, I don't know what happened on that particular time. I just forget about myself. I'm just ready to help by hook or crook. I just want to help them. If somebody is, I can see the pain. So spirituality, and I really believe, if you are seriously a very spiritual person, somehow you are very emotional person too, because you can easily see the pain of others, you can feel that pain, how much the other person is in pain, and you will
Okay.
definitely try your level best to heal that
Good.
person.
But today's question is, how does it help in the home? Are you going to tell us about how it helps in the
Yes,
home?
sir. Okay, home. Yes, of course. Because in home, like here, you are like so many members in your family. Some must be having then hypertension issue. Some must be having the stress issue. Some must be very angry, or some are like okay, okay. So you have to deal with each and every kind of person. But when you are into this spiritual path, you know how to handle that kind of person, and in what surrounding you are, like you are like among these kind of people. So you are very balanced. You know very well, so this person is
Okay.
hyper, you will definitely try to
Good.
know the reason of that person first.
But since you're a little bit new to this call, and for the benefit of all,
Mm-hmm.
see, spirituality is being in consciousness.
Hmm.
Now, for example, because you gave a very strong example of cutting a tree. Now, we have to also realize that if there's a woodcutter and he needs wood for making
Yes.
his khana, or then he has to cut the tree.
Yes,
He
sir.
has no option. अगर उसको आग लगानी है, खाना बनाने के लिए उसको आग चाहिए, तो he has
Yes.
to cut the tree.
Definitely,
So
sir.
spirituality is the ability to live in surrender. For example, tomorrow, you said somebody has got hypertension in the house. So when they react with anger, spiritual person will not react.
Yes.
Because the spiritual person, even so, therefore, and I'm correcting you a little bit here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Spiritual person should not be emotional. You said
Okay.
spiritual people are emotional.
Yes,
We
sir.
should not be emotional. Let me explain to you. Suppose today I see a lizard. It's catching flies and eating. Then I should become emotional, no?
No, for that we should not be, sir, right?
Because प्रभु ने ऐसे बनाया
सबको
अभी टाइगर है, टाइगर एक हिरण को मारेगा. अरे टाइगर घास नहीं खाएगा ना, प्रभु ने बनाया ना. So we should not, being emotional means not being able to be in consciousness of this leela. You should be good, you should be kind, you should be compassionate, you should not be hurt somebody. So I'm just giving this for your but good example. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Mandip, thank you. Bliko, Mandip, Ashok, Yogini, and then Krishna. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Since last 1.5 year or more, I am in this call, and this is like a daily tonic to be and a good reminder to be in consciousness. Since I changed my name also, not officially, but that reminds me that this is what the way of life. detach attachment and all other things. I can say I'm not mastered in the, relationship and all, because I was very reactive before that. And that has come down, 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 down. And still there is some work left. So that is helping like anything. And going to temple or going to some pilgrimage 1 week or 2 week, like I went to cruise, it is useless. I thought it looks like a waste of time, because people just jump and jump and jump for nothing for the small pleasure, which we cannot enjoy, right? So that changed a lot. Otherwise, people get excited. Oh my, I have to go there. I have to go because of my daughter, and these people, they already arranged. So I said, okay, no problem, I'll come, no problem.
No,
But
nothing wrong.
so it's like that. Nothing
So
wrong.
spirituality is the ability to go with your daughter for a cruise.
Correct.
But to see, when you see,
yeah.
So because this is a very good, quote I tell myself when I see people like this. I say, these are people who have no purpose. These are people who have no purpose. Their life is fun. It's like a circus. These are people who have no purpose. Their life seems fun. It's like a circus. If I see them, they are like a clown. If I see them, they are like a clown who is dancing up and down. So when you have अभी क्या करें? अभी जो जोकर है वो जोकर क्लाउड सर्किस में तो नाचे ऊपर जंप करता ही होगा. जो अज्ञानी है, जो नहीं जानता जिंदगी का मकसद क्या है, who doesn't understand what is the purpose, for him life is a circus.
Yes.
But if you understand the purpose, then there is no circus. If you don't understand the purpose, then life becomes a circus.
Yeah. And
Good,
then you go
good,
round
Nico.
and round and see so of happiness and sorrow.
Thank you, Bliko. Mandeep, welcome back. Mandeep, Ashok Nichani, Yogini, and Krishna. Yes, Mandeep, sure.
So, Guruji, my actually official commitments were clashing. That's why I was not able to participate in the call.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So, according to me, home is essentially not the tangible brick and mortar, what we see. That's house. But home is the relationship, or the people living there, what they think about each other, more intangible, the vibes and the, how people think about each other over there, and how solidarity is maintained in that. That feeling or that emotion is home for me. And I feel that spirituality teaches us essentially, it's like in a home, if there are lights, like we can picturize it from a home which has been in darkness since quite a long time, but we can just light a matchstick and then it'll enlighten. Similarly, if spirituality comes in from any one member in that home, so that person can act like a matchstick, and then that home would sooner or later get that light. And also that light can further increase if the other members of the family get those vibrations. Also, spirituality teaches us how to relate to things. For example, uh, same knife can be used to harm someone, and on same knife can be used to cook some food, right? So spirituality teaches us how to relate to different people differently, because same individuals are like, one person can be a very good friend for someone, and same person can be an enemy. So spirituality teaches us how to see things how they are and not how we perceive them to be. So that's
no, very good. But Mandeep, what you said something, I just want to comment on one thing. Spirituality, if it is really evolving in a person, then it vibrates positively in the home. Otherwise, if spirituality is not going in the right way, in fact, it gets resistance from other people in the home.
Absolutely.
So there are two things that happen in a home, and it all depends on karma. It depends on your commitment to spirituality. It depends on the grace of the Supreme, the guidance of the Guru. So this is a little tricky subject, because sometimes spirituality can become a bottleneck. In a house, sometimes one person is spiritual, other people are not spiritual. Oh, it can be a problem. For example, there are some people who have a great problem in attending Zoom call, because for other people, they say, stop this damn Zoom call. What is trouble? Stop. बंद करो तुम्हारा सारा Zoom call. हमें TV देखना है. Why are you troubling us? So it becomes a problem. So but suppose now Girish and Parvati Amma, they are doing it together. Raji and her husband, they are doing together. Sukeshini and her husband. So there are sometimes Ashok Nichani. I know some people who are all doing it So each had a different situation. I'm not saying this is better or that is
No, but
better.
Guruji, my take on this is if those people in Maya are so strong in their resolve that they can influence you, why can't one be so strong in their resolve for spirituality that they
Yeah,
influence?
beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So good, good. That's what we should be. Okay, I want to put this together. Administrator, no more questions after Ashok, Yogini, Krishna, and Shair. We stop at that, please, Administrator. Thank you, Ashok Nichani. And then I would like to wind this up.
Sure,
Ashok
Sarji.
Nichani.
Sure. Spirituality and at home, the effects may be different. There may mixed reactions. Like there may be religious persons in the family and spiritual.
Correct.
So there'll be differences. But main thing in those who are in spirituality, first of all, the head of family should give sanskar to the children from childhood in that way. There should be love, affection, discipline, and respect. Then only everyone will be spiritual.
Correct.
So that is the main sanskar उनको अच्छे मिलने चाहिए.
I think also, Ashok, if spirituality is in our blood, then we are able to explain spirituality logically, because spirituality is a science. Spirituality is not just a following. Spirituality is not like a religion. Okay, हम ये मंत्र जप करना है, हमें ये पूजा करना है, हमें ये ritual, we have to do this ritual. No, spirituality is the science. It is a logical science of the spirit. If a family is blessed, Ashok, people on a dining table can talk for 1 hour on duality, on non-duality, on death, on rebirth. People on a dining table, instead of talking about Rocky or Rani ki prem kahani, we can talk Rocky or Rani. Abhi kya? Abhi Rani Rocky ghar mein rahegi ya Rocky Rani ke ghar mein rahegi? I don't know. I'm not. Somebody asked the question. Shadi ke baad kaun kahan rahega? I have not seen the movie. But how does it matter? Rocky kidhar rehta hai, Rani kidhar rehti hai? How does it matter? What matters is हम कहाँ जाएंगे, मरने के बाद हम कहाँ जाएंगे, where will we go? These are the relevant subjects, Ashok. And if a family can start interacting, for example, a small child will believe Rama, Krishna, Shiva. How to make them understand that this is not real God? So spirituality is very important, Ashok, and other people in the family also. A truly spiritual person will try very hard to explain. It's not easy, but they will try very hard. I hope you're doing the same.
Four most important points is one should have love and affection, respect, discipline in the family.
Good, Ashok. Thank you. Good. We have to close with quick. Thank you. Yogini, Krishna, Shair, quickly. Yogini? Yes, Yogini. बोलो.
सर अपने के बाद ही मुझे स्पिरिचुअलिटी के बारे में पता चला. I had no idea about spirituality, but when I met you, I knew what spirituality is. तो वो बीज पड़ गया है मेरे अंदर, and now it is fruitful. So like my family also feels that I have a lot of changes in me. I feel there are a lot of changes.
Is it helping? Is your spirituality helping in your home life?
Yes, of course, sir. It is really helping me.
Okay.
So
I can
I'm
see
very
what
grateful.
you're saying. Okay. I thank you. I can see it's giving you peace or whatever. Krishna and Shair. Thank you. Krishna. We will put this whole thing together now before we close.
Yes, sir. So another important lesson you gave us is Prema Yoga. You said, see the Lord in your beloved. Okay.
Yes.
And I get a lot of support from my family because my husband ensures that nobody disturbs me when I am in the call, though he is not spiritual. But my question to you is, sir, please, because the question is, how can spirituality help in our home front? How to deal with a very possessive husband? It's all loving, but it suffocates me.
Your husband is possessive only because he loves you.
Yeah, but it's
imagine, wait. Imagine tomorrow he falls in love with another woman, all his possessiveness will be gone. So please appreciate that possessiveness and look at it as a symbol of love. The problem is when we are looking at possessiveness as, of course, I understand. I have experienced the worst kind of possessiveness, the worst. But if you value your relationship, you will deal with it spiritually and you will not react to it. I will talk to you separately on this because the whole subject, it's a complete, I mean, it's a full time, it's a 40-minute subject of being possessive, how to deal. We will, you have patience and we will take it up as a subject.
It dilutes because when he supports, I have to, but it dilutes because what he wants is, going for a track and going for a movie, which becomes difficult for me. That's
but he's also supporting you on this call and he's supporting you in then it's a balance. You have to balance it.
3 hours sitting for a movie for me, it's the worst punishment he can give me for that.
Okay. So are you ready to lose your husband?
No.
Then you better reconcile. Be clear about it. See, at times, let me explain to you. If you can use your spirituality and talk to him lovingly, a woman, behind every successful man, there is a woman.
Yes,
so if you can use your charm and you can get him to understanding spirituality slightly, then somebody went, I think Shair told me he went for OMG, Oh My God Part 2. Movie has released hua hai kya movie? I do not know movie. Somebody told me the movie has released. Shair told me. Baad mein story. So my point is, you can slowly, love can make him come on your path, but don't lose your calm, and the possessiveness must be taken positively. We'll have a full session on this matter later. Shayad, but don't be, please, I hope you captured what I told you. Don't let it bother you. Okay, you just let it come like a breeze. In Britain, there are two types of trees. In Britain, there are two types of trees. You know that? One is like these trees. One is the oak tree. The oak tree, when the wind blows, it breaks. And the willow tree, when the wind blows, it comes down. The wind crosses and the willow tree comes back. So you want to be like an oak tree or like the willow tree? Shair bolo.
Sir, Shivam Pranam. So one thing which strongly helped me during last 6-8 months is ABC. Not only me, it has been passed on by me to many people. So one thing which I want to add here is, we say that नजर को बदलो तो नजारे बदल जाएंगे, सोच को बदलो तो सितारे बदल जाएंगे, खुद को बदलो तो आसपास के लोग सारे बदल जाएंगे.
अरे वाह, तुम शायर हो man. But you know what you should do? You are teaching so many people. You should get more people on this call because it will change their life. Yeah. I want to see your bhaktas. You are giving a lecture to so many people. For your lecture to be effective, I want 20% of the Zoom call to be your people. See Krishna, Ranjana, Raji, they've all helped each other come on the call. So you need to do this. Okay. Good Shairi. Let me put this together. My dear friends, today's subject is, how can spirituality help improve the quality of life in a home or in an office or in an environment? Like you all said, like Shair told just now, A, B, C, accept, do your best, surrender. Many people talked about consciousness, about Satchidanand. Many people talked about living with peace. We have to put all this together. Spirituality is a course. And that course means everything. Neti, neti, tattvamasi. It means I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. Which means in English language, I am the soul. Soul is sip, I am sip, sip is in all. It is very important for us to use spirituality. Spirituality is not tandoori, once a week. Spirituality is dal, chawal. It is like roti sabzi. Every day we have to eat spirituality. Many of you are doing spirituality kabhi khushi, kabhi gum types. So when you are doing spirituality kabhi, it will not become a part of your breath. And there are some of you who are doing spirituality 1, 2, 3, 4, break. 1, 2, 3, 4, break. No. Even that is wrong. Spirituality is like your breath. You have to breathe it. every day you must breathe it. You must breathe God everywhere. Why am I sitting here in Finland? I can experience God. I can experience God in the screen, in the Zoom call, in the breeze, in the trees. I can experience God everywhere. And this experience is not to be done sometime. Spirituality can transform your life if this spirituality is in your breath. It is in every sense. So what I tell Rumata ji is not on the call today. I know where she is gone. I always tell her, and her favorite song is सांसों की माला में सिमरूं मैं पी का नाम. Huh? It should be सांसों की माला. How? So it should be like that. And you should love everybody as God. Why? प्रभु के प्यार में ऐसा एक नशा है, प्रभु को प्रेम करने में ऐसा मजा है. So you should see your beloved as God. You should see everybody as God. And spirituality is that beautiful journey. It will help your home. It will help your office. It will help your environment. And it will help you deal with situations. And this is the challenge I have. Every day I come on this call and I try to help you all improve on this journey. What is my job? I want to make you more and more godly. I want to help you become more and more spiritual, because ultimately you are spirit. You are Atma. You are the spark in unique life. You are not this neti. You are not this body. The body will die. You are not the mind. Where is the mind? You cannot find. You cannot find. You are not the ego that says I. It's a lie. Remember these three things. You are not the body will die. You are not the mind, you can't find. You are not the ego that says I. It's a lie. You are the soul. You are the spirit. This is your goal. I wish all of you will continue to live spiritually as the divine spirit and experience that state of eternal bliss in truth consciousness. Enjoy that Satchit Anand, which we call Nirvana. Enjoy that state of bliss. In samsar, in samsar you can have ice cream. Huh? And like we said, you can be a clown that's jumping up and down because you have no purpose. Your life is like a circus. With these words, I bow down to you and I will see you tomorrow at 8.